When we grew up in developing country, we think we are poor. We have less chance in our life. We cannot develop ourselves good enough. We cannot make enough money for make a living. We feel so bad. We feel so low. That's why many people from developing country struggle so hard to try to go to work in developed country. Many people in Southeast Asian country, they spend so much money to go work in developed country. Some people pay money to marry with people in developed country so they can have a visa, you can have a chance to go work there easily. And so many people pay to marry, and then they have a lot of problem after that. Just to have a chance to go work in developed country. In developed country, it seems like everything so developed, so nice, so good. But there are another side of it too, because when they develop so much, you make a lot of money, but you have a lot of expense also. Because everything will be more expensive. In the same time, in developed country, they have less freedom. Every developed country, you always have less freedom, because when you develop enough, you will have more rules, more regulation. Developing means more rules, more regulation in the world now. So when we have a lot of rules, that means we need to get permit to do things. Everything we start to do, we need to get permission. And every time permission means pay more money too. So when we pay more money, we need to work more to have more money to pay. It's not very easy. So in developed country, it seems like they have a lot of freedom, but it's freedom for people who have money, who ready to fight, to compete. But if you want to be happy, you cannot go there. You cannot go there because you need to ready to fight, to make money, to compete with other people. And to live in developed country, it seems like it's very convenient. They have a lot of fancy things. They have a lot of stuff, it's true. They have a lot of money, it's true. But people have less freedom. It seems like they have a lot of freedom, but they have less freedom because they work so much. And they have a lot of rules, that a lot of regulation control everything. If we want to dig a septic tank, we need to ask for permission to dig a septic tank. If you want to extend the roof a little bit, just one pillar, add more, you need to get permission. If you grow vegetable or you do something you want to sell, you need to get permission. Everything is permission, and everything you need to pay. So life in developed country is so tense, very tense. It's hard to find time to be with ourselves. It's hard to find time to enjoy our life. If you don't have enough money, it's very hard. If you want to visit parents or visit friends, you need to make an appointment for a week, 2 weeks in advance. You cannot just go and visit anybody easily like in developing countries. We have less freedom. we have less freedom there. We have freedom only to compete. And if you have more money, you have more freedom to compete also. So that is the world that we call developed country or civilization. Why do we want to go there? If you love competition, I think it's good for you to go. But if you think about happiness, it's not good to go. I think in developing country, maybe easier to find happiness because we have less rules, less law, less regulation. We can do many things easily. Like in many Southeast Asian countries, we can build a house anywhere without permission. We can make anything, you don't need to ask permission much. You can do a lot of things with no permission. That means freedom. So instead of trying to go work in developing country, we can create a heaven in our area easily. It's true, the government is bad, the government is corrupt, the government become dictator, have a lot of problem, but we still have some space to create things ourselves. I think it's easier than in developed countries. Because if we think in the way that we have nothing in our hand, I think it's easier for us. So instead of trying to go to work in another country, I think we just change our spot, our area into the place where we can live happily here. We can create anything easily. We have more chance actually. But mainly people think that we have less chance in developing country because our government is not good. We have so much corruption, so many problems, so dry, so many problems. So we think we have less choice. But actually, I think we have a lot of choice in here too. Just think different from normal a little bit. We can always find solution. In Thailand, some people struggle to go to America. They spend a lot of money to try to go to America, but they fail. They cannot get visa. At the end, he went back to his farm in the remote area. And then he don't know what to do. He just start a small garden and open a small coffee shop there in the middle of nowhere. People just laugh at him. How can you open a coffee shop in the remote area like that? Who will come? He said, I don't know. I just want to do what I want to do. And because of the media, because of the internet, he can draw a lot of people come to his coffee shop. Even it's very far away. So instead of going to the city, rent an expensive place, or go work in another countries, now he changed his land in very far away from town into a hangout spot for many city people. So he make income, he make money. So just think out of the box a little bit. We can see more choice in our life. I think it's important to create choice for us, not just go looking for a choice somewhere. Because go out somewhere, it costs something. We need to pay something, pay a lot of time, a lot of money. But if we come back to our land, our spot, if we have land, and start from there, and do something that we like to do, and create something, anything possible. We always have choice. So I think If it's too hard to try to go to work in developed country, don't try too much. Just come back to our place and think about how we can do it different. We will see something more fun, more different. I think many people discover this technique now. They can change their life. They can have their new life now. Don't need to travel so far. Don't need to leave their family. Don't need to leave their place. I think choice is everywhere.